Ever walked out of Dischem feeling like you've grabbed a bargain, only to wonder if you could have saved more? What if I told you you're probably leaving way more savings on the table than you think? Hi, I'm Dhevan Naicker, and I'm about to reveal a secret that changed the way I shop at Dischem forever. Now, I use this technique and it saved me an unbelievable 734.85 in just one day. Without it, I would have only saved 194 Rand. That's 540 Rand more in my pocket. And the most shocking part, you won't believe the amount of money you could be throwing away by not using this simple technique. Now, I've scanned all my receipts to show you exactly how this works step by step. Stay tuned because what I'm about to show you is not just a one-time trick. Once you learn it, you can apply it over and over again and watch your savings multiply each time you shop. Ready to unlock the secrets to supercharging your savings at Dischem? Let's dive in. I'm going to head over to my iPad to illustrate to you exactly how this is, and thereafter I'm going to show you the invoices. Now at Dischem, you might notice that on occasion they run something called a 2+1 deal. 2+1 deal. Now I'm going to use the example using my invoices. I have a 2-year-old, well, at least at the time of me recording this video. So I'm going to use the Johnson's products, the Johnson & Johnson products that we were purchasing. Now, there is a secret behind the 2+1 deal, so I'm going to reveal it shortly. But let's have a look at the 3 items and I'll show you my invoice now. I've rounded up the figures so we don't have to work with cents. We're working just with a round amount. And again, I've used it for the Johnson & Johnson products. You can use it for any of the 2+1 deals that Dischem has. Now, notice here, I've got nappies. This is the wet wipes, rather. It's 145 Rand. Then I've got the baby wash at 85 Rand. And I've got the baby aqueous cream, which is at 65 Rand. So it's the 3 items that I'm purchasing. And how the 2+1 deal works is simple. And here's the catch. You're paying for 2 items and you're getting an item free. You're getting a 3rd item free. However, it's the cheapest item that's free. It's the cheapest item that's free. So notice what I'm going to do here. If you are running this transaction, and let's assume you are running it on one transaction, meaning I had made the purchase and I purchased 1, 2, 3 items on one transaction, what would have transpired here with Dischem is they would have given me the cheapest one free, which is the baby aqueous cream, and I would have had 65 Rand saving in this transaction. However, if you can do this a little differently, you can multiply the savings. So observe what I'm going to do here. I had done the transaction 3 times, and I purchased 3 of each item. Right? Well, actually, with the wet wipes, I purchased 6, but I'm just going to say 3 now, and I'll show you the invoice shortly. So if you are purchasing 3 and you run this transaction on its own, so let me ring this up so you can see. You purchase the 3 and you run that as one transaction. What's going to happen is the system is going to give you the cheapest one free. Now you've got 3 items listed at 145. So it's 145, 145, 145, which means the saving here is 145 Rand. Now, the same can apply with the next item, right? You could take the baby wash, in my case, and you purchase 3 of these items. So again, it's a separate transaction. Remember, each transaction must be on its own. So it's a separate till slip. You've got to conclude the first transaction, then run the second transaction. This time when I'm doing it, the system is detecting 3 items, 85 Rand each item. Cheapest item is now 85 Rand, which means my saving is 85 Rand. And then you run the 3rd transaction on its own. Again, remember, I'm writing here one trans, so you know it's one transaction. Same setup, right? 65, 65, 65. So the system sees the cheapest item is now 65 Rand. So notice the difference. If you had done the transaction the way I'm doing it here, that's 145 Rand plus 85 plus another 65 Rand. You're looking at about 300 Rand or so that you're generating in saving just from running the transactions like this. However, if you had run it all as one transaction, you'd have just received the baby aqueous cream free, which is 65 Rand. Now, if you are buying again, 3 items of each, that's 9 items, you would have received 3 times 65 Rand as a concession. It's a much smaller saving. Now, how did I end up saving 734 Rand? Let's head over to the invoices so that you can have a look at it, but also you can see how this transaction works firsthand. Now here you can see I've got the Johnson wet wipes. I'll remind you again, it's any 2+1 deal. I'm just showing this to you because I had purchased the Johnson items, right? So here you can see the pack, each one is 144.99 each, and I purchased 6 items. So what's happened? Remember, it's 2+1 deal. So I received 2 items free. That's 144 times 2. This is the 289.98 that I received free. Now notice I closed off that transaction. So you can see this is a separate invoice. This is how you're going to generate the saving. Make sure you don't keep them all on one because it will give you the cheapest one free and you're not going to maximize the saving that way. Here's the Accurate screen. Notice again, I've done 6 here, but again, you just need to do 3. So 6 times the items, you can see again, I've got 64.95, which means I'm getting 2 products free. 64.95 times 2, which is 129 Rand. And then I've got this transaction, which is the baby wash. And again, here, I'm also purchasing 6 items. Please don't laugh at me. We're kind of stocking up, right? To make sure, because you're going to use these items. So you might as well get it when it's on its promo. So 84.95 each. Again, I've purchased 6. So I'm getting 2 bottles of this for free. Now, if you add up the savings, this is how you can get to the savings that I'm generating from it. And again, the stock that you are purchasing here, chances are they're not going to run out in a long time. And also, they're not going to have very early expiry dates. So you can keep this on the shelf for a while, again, depending on the item that you are purchasing. Now, one last favor I need from you. When I had shared with my wife that this is a secret that I had discovered, she said to me, it's ridiculous. There are many people who already know all of this, and no one's going to find this video of any value. So we have a bet between the two of us. It's $100 as a bet, and we're trying to see who is going to win. So if you know about the secret, I want you to post in there to tell me that you know about it, that you're aware. And then I know I'm going to count it up to see, right, who's going to get this $100. If it's a secret that you don't know, please make sure that you post in here to say that you didn't know the secret. So I know I'm winning that battle. And I'll see you on the next video.